Hello, my lovelies. It's March 1st. Can you believe it? Holy cow. How do we get there? Look, I have this beautiful bin of dough. You can tell it's lovely risen. Oh, look at those beautiful bubbles on the side. Can you see them? Oh, so exciting. I love it. I don't know why, but I absolutely love working with dough. Okay, so I've got my little shaker of flour. I'm going to put a little bit on my pan because we're going to need it in a bit. And we're just going to let this beautiful dough come out on its own. And that's how we know that it's well developed. I mixed it yesterday, and our house has been very cold, so it actually was proofing overnight. So I didn't do any cold proofing for this one. We're gonna just divide it in half and keep all those beautiful bubbles. And I'll take my pan. We're gonna bake it like ciabatta. So we're just gonna pick it up and just put it down like that. Right here, good. And then we're gonna take this other loaf and do the same thing. Originally, I was gonna make some rolls with this, but I decided that I think this is a better idea because it's so beautiful and light and fluffy. And why would I want to get rid of all those ear holes? Okay, we're gonna dust it with a little bit of flour here. And then, as traditional, we're just gonna stretch it out a bit because ciabatta is to look like a shoe. And here we go. We're just gonna, not necessarily dimpling it, I'm just elongating it a bit, which will help stretch out those bubbles and give it nice crumb. All right, it's gonna go into a 450-degree oven for 20 minutes covered and 20 minutes uncovered. Now, when I owned the bakery, I had a stone oven, so I didn't have to cover the bread, but in a commercial space that works, in a home oven, you're gonna wanna cover it for a bit. It's gonna force that heat down into the center and really make sure that it bakes up beautifully. So how I do that on a loaf like this is I just cover it with some foil, nice and loose. So it doesn't have to be completely airtight, but you do want to, this is a non-stick foil, so as the loaf rises, it'll push that foil away from it, but at least it forces the heat in there to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and I'll come back in 20 minutes and show you what it looks like. You want about mid-oven. All right, so let's take this cover off, and as I mentioned, it popped right up. They're looking good. All right, lovelies, the 40 minutes have been up, so 20 minutes covered, 20 minutes uncovered, and here is our beautiful ciabatta. All right, so let's take a look. What does the ciabatta look like inside? Now, I probably should have let this cool for another hour. It's slightly warm, and you don't get a good crumb reference when it's slightly warm. Just see those lovely irregular holes. So let's give this one cut the other way. Sometimes it's easier to see that way. So it's still a fairly tight crumb, but you can see some good holes there. And there are some bigger holes throughout the center. What are we looking for? Does this make a great sandwich or what? You can fill that baby up and press it down and make a great panini. You could slice it up and dip it in. But the best part is it's got this wonderful crustiness, but that soft crumb. It's delicious. My goal for you is that you will try all these fun things to do with sourdough. I have a sourdough class. I'll drop the link below, but it's so gratifying and so simple. Anybody can do it. I do it with my 4-year-old grandson, so if he can do it, you can do it. And I forgot to show you the loaf I did as well. So this one, actually I did in a loaf pan. And I really like these black loaf pans because it makes life easy. You don't have to worry that you're perfectly shaping your loaf, but it also gets this great coloring from the black part of the pan. And the smell is amazing. The great part about sourdough is it doesn't really raise your insulin level like other breads do. And it's much nicer on the gut. So it's much more gut friendly. So even though I personally do not eat bread, I love to bake bread. I love to give it away. I love to share how to make it. So I hope that you're going to do all these things with me. See you soon.